Welcome back to another episode of Brews and Bravery. Today we have Floyd and Ryan working on the military quarter of Naxxramas on normal difficulty. First boss up on the chopping block is Instructor Vesuvius. Floyd, how did you work this guy down size?
So with this one I used a pre-stack that had Thought Steal and Mind Vision because you
Kick
want
ass.
to get his weapons. That's the main thing you want to get is his weapons.
Take down those weapons.
Yeah, first turn, you're going to just mind control the two minions, kind of like you do in the actual fight of Naxxramas. You just mind control those two minions over your way. Try and keep them healed up as best you can. Circle of Healing works out really well because you're just going to smack them for 5. They have 7 health. That's plenty enough to keep them alive. And then just as soon as you can get to turn 3 after you have his weapons, just start smacking them in the face for 10 damage each turn, and you'll pretty much win pretty easily.
Awesome.
So don't worry too much about getting a whole lot of card draw. Just try and keep those two initial minions alive as best you can. He's going to do everything he can to try and kill them. But once you've got his weapon, at least one, you can at least do quite a bit of damage. I was lucky and I got 2 right off my first Thought Steal. So
awesome. That's always nice when things finally work out for you in the card draw and the RNG and whatnot, eh?
Yeah, exactly. You're just like, oh look, I got 2 of these weapons. I can easily do 40 damage. That's not a big deal.
Nice.
Because I mean they're both 5/2s, but they do double damage to the hero. So just smack them for as hard as you can. Trying to keep out some low mana cost taunts because the weapon costs 3 mana. You want to have like a Grunt or a Shield Bearer just to soak up some damage because you as the priest are going to be doing most of the damage to the face with a weapon because that's so heard of as a priest with a weapon.
Yeah, no kidding, eh? Oh, well, that's awesome that you figured that out pretty quickly on how to get that card combo that'll really sort of pay off. And I think this is it right here for the killing blow, using his own weapons against him. That's how she blows.
Absolutely. So all in all, one of the easier bosses.
Yeah. So up next on the chopping block, we got Gothic the Harvester. I see you switch things up to a pally deck. Any particular reasons why?
Absolutely. You want to be able to buff the minions that you get from him. So basically, his hero power is just, draw 1 card. Not a big deal. But every time you kill one of those minions that has a death rattle that causes a spectral version to come to your side, at the start of every one of your turn, they do 1 damage to you. And it doesn't seem like a whole lot, but it can add up really quickly. So you need to be able to get rid of those minions on your own side while still being able to get rid of the minions on his side, if that makes any sense. So
interesting.
Every time you kill one of the minions that has the death rattle, it'll come over to your side. And
it's like right there, you get something on your side, and then you have a 0-4 that does damage to you.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't do damage to him, it's just an 0-4. It's just a spectral version of this minion. So you want to be careful about how many at a time you take, but sometimes you kind of don't have control over that depending on how many death rattle minions he has out, like Abomination or whatever. It's just going to do a bunch of damage to everything. So you need to be a little bit more careful about when you start to draw, or when you start to pull those guys for your side. So you want to make sure you have enough heals to keep you alive, enough card draw. One of the suggestions I would make about this deck is just take out Divine Favor and replace it for something like Blessing of Wisdom or Divine Shield or something like that. Just so you had a little bit more card draw. I mean, obviously I never had a problem with having cards. I always had a full hand as it was. But he'll try to flood the board. Just try and have ways of clearing it, have ways of healing yourself, and then just constantly buff the minions he gives you. He will try to kill them, whether it's Sun Fury Protector or Defender of Argus, or even throwing Kings on it will make him try to kill it. So
yeah.
Use those minions to your advantage. Use them to...
Yeah, you kind of want to make it, beef it up, use it, and then make it into a target that he wants to get rid of for you.
Absolutely.
Kind of turning his own greed and back onto himself.
Exactly. So it took me a couple attempts to get this on normal. Wasn't too difficult once you figured out that, oh, all I gotta do is just buff the minions and he'll do everything he can to try and kill them, so then I don't take 1 damage every turn from every single one of these. But once you start getting the bigger ones and they're 6 health,
yeah, and who's better at pumping things up than pally decks? That's really what their bread and butter really is.
Absolutely. So just make sure you have enough heals, a couple of weapons, and a couple of good board clears, and you should be good.
Awesome.
Just keep taunting those minions up, keep healing yourself up, and keep on going.
Yeah, sounds like the bread and butter of every pally deck that I've ever heard of. Taunts and pump ups and heals. That's really what they. That's why they're one of the most OP classes at the moment. So
And just outlasting your opponent. If you can,
everything, yeah,
I mean,
exactly. That solid outlast,
yeah, especially with his hero ability where it's literally just
longevity.
draw a card. He's gonna draw a card pretty much every single turn. So you could potentially just pull him all the way into fatigue, but you could just kill him with kings and
And
busting
there
out money
goes
and
the killing
weapons.
blow right there. Awesome.
Yep.
It's always fun. Then wait for it. And the victory pops up. Awesome. All right, last up on the chopping block, we have Baron Rivendare, the four horsemen battle going on here. How exactly did you figure this one out for yourself, Floyd?
Once you figure out the gimmick in this fight, it's actually one of the easiest fights I've ever done, even on normal and heroic. Basically, there's four horsemen, and the three that are out in front at first make Baron Rivendare immune. You can work around this with silences, and then all you have to deal with is a 7 health opponent. So right off the bat, you want to have Shadow Word Death and a Silence, because the first secret that he's going to play, majority of the time, is Avenge, where he's just going to buff up one of the other units when you kill one of his. So if you can Shadow Word Death one of them, and then silence the one that gets buffed, and then Shadow Word Death the other one on the next turn, now you only have one minion on the board that's doing 1 damage every turn, then he throws out his weapon and does 1 damage.
Yeah,
You're
it's really the left-right jab of the priest deck here. It's your little starting combo that really sets things off on the right foot. And if you don't get it, it's really not going to happen, kind of
Yeah,
thing. And
absolutely. And then after you silence all the minions, all you have to do is just worry about doing face damage to Baron Rivendare, whether it's Mind Blast or just
yeah,
Holy
it just
Novas and
turns into
Smites.
burst mode, right?
Yeah,
Pop,
exactly. So
pop your
pop your
hero.
CDs.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody, pop your CDs. We're gonna take this guy down. Awesome, you got the victory. That's normal mode of the military quarter Naxxramas. Thanks for watching Brews and Bravery. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and let us know if you got any better decks that you think are way better than ours. We're always open for more things. So drink beers and be brave. See you next time.
Thank you all for watching. If you like the show and you want to support the channel, head on over to our offer on offergb.com/SHEB for your free audiobook and a free 30-day trial of audible.com. Thanks again. Drink beers and be brave.